at this afternoon's top stories, Customs Department supports Christophe Haber's continued development. St. Lucia Police investigates police-related rape, and Amazon opens its first physical bookstore. Good afternoon and welcome to the ZIZ Midday newscast. Today is Wednesday, 4th November 2015. I'm Carla Berridge. In national news, on the same day that the Ministry of Tourism hosted a yachting development forum, Christophe Haber broke ground for its construction of a customs house, another step in its marina development project. Very early in the ceremony, Acting Deputy Comptroller of Customs Kennedy De Silva made it clear that his department has taken steps to equip its staff for dealing with a changing industry.
St. Kitts and Nevis Customs and Excise Department is serious about trade facilitation. As such, Customs is very much in support of the marine sector, and in particular, Christophe Haber's initiative. We will not only give moral support, but incorporate the support in our strategic plan by implementing specific measures.
He said the yachting sector was never really viewed as a major part of the tourism and or trade industry, but said with the launch of the Christophe Haber Marina and other related projects, the Customs and Excise Department will focus on 5 initiatives: close partnership, facilitation by advanced clearance, use of electronic tools, stationing of personnel, and utilization of marine assets.
Traditionally, the yachting industry was viewed as a side issue, not a real economic sector, and was never ever really paid attention to from a beyond the law enforcement standpoint. I've personally been responsible for a few damages, detention, and fines. Our approach, I suppose, comes from tradition, where we viewed yachts as vessels to be restricted, controlled, and monitored.
Among the dignitaries present were the country's Governor General, His Excellency Tapley Seaton CVO, QCJP, Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris, Deputy Prime Minister Honorable Sean Richards, Tourism Minister Honorable Lindsey Grant, and Public Infrastructure Minister Honorable Ian Liburd. Christophe Haber's Chief Executive Officer Buddy Darby also attended the afternoon ceremony. We'll have more in our major newscast. The country's Prime Minister, Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris, has made it clear that his government has been engaged in quiet diplomacy to ensure that St. Kitts and Nevis does not receive further sanctions, particularly as it relates to travel restrictions.
With all of these countries, we are pursuing quiet diplomacy to resolve issues to mutual satisfaction whenever these issues arise. Yes, these countries had serious concerns. 2 at least publicly did something about it that was disadvantageous to St. Kitts and Nevis. The others, you would have heard the British said clearly at OTI that they were under tremendous pressure to sanction St. Kitts and Nevis.
While speaking to the media on Tuesday morning, Dr. Harris said that countries other than the United States and Canada were concerned about St. Kitts and Nevis' citizenship by investment program, but because of the reforms that are being implemented, those concerns are being reconsidered.
For the last 8 months, the benefit of the quiet diplomacy has been that no sanction has come forward. Not that all of the issues have been resolved, because we are in the process of completing the reform, which should make the program much more acceptable to our international partners. But quiet diplomacy has helped us thus far.
Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris. St. Kitts now has its very own fragrance. Tommy Bahama, the iconic island lifestyle brand, has recently announced the launch of an exclusive new fragrance collection, Tommy Bahama St. Kitts. According to a release from the St. Kitts Tourism Authority, the fragrance was inspired by the serene beaches of St. Kitts. The new scent collection introduces 2 new fragrances, 1 each for men and women, which capture the exotic essence of the island. Designed by perfumers Richard Herpin and Harry Fremont, the Tommy Bahama St. Kitts collection fragrance is inspired by the beautiful sunset and salty sea breeze of the island's scenic beaches. The release further states that the Tommy Bahama St. Kitts collection is designed for the confident and active individual seeking to be transported to a remote island escape.
Introducing the all-new ZIZ mobile app. The newest way to get the latest on what's happening locally, regionally, and internationally. Say goodbye to newspaper clutter and hello to updated classifieds on our radio market. Whether it's streaming your favorite local TV or radio show, or catching up on memorable moments in sports and entertainment, the ZIZ mobile app offers this and so much more. Always on the go? Get the ZIZ mobile app today. Visit the App Store on your smartphones and tablets to download the app free of cost. ZIZ Online, reaching you wherever you are.
A lot of people think that fast bikes are cool, and the girls sure like the guys who ride them. But like so many things about life, you gotta be careful. Having sex without a condom is like riding a bike without a helmet. It's just plain dumb. It's okay to have fun as long as you're smart about it. My name is Daniel the Lion Fortress, and I'm different, and I'm making a difference.
Live up, love, protect, respect.
On to news on the regional scene. Police in St. Lucia said they will be professionally and impartially investigating a rape allegation against one of their own. More in this report.
Police are presently investigating reports that a woman was allegedly raped by a police officer. The incident is said to have occurred in the north of the island. The victim was allegedly held at gunpoint, handcuffed, and then sexually assaulted by the officer who she was in a relationship with at the time. Police press officer Zachary Hippolyte has assured members of the public that due diligence and impartiality in the handling of this investigation.
A report of that nature has been made against a police officer who's presently on pre-retirement leave. So he's not on active duty. The matter is being investigated. It is ongoing as we speak. And we just want to ensure the public, just like any other individual, that this matter is being handled with impartiality and professionalism.
Hippolyte has, however, warned that if found guilty, the police officer will be reprimanded. He has nevertheless warned that in the event the woman at the center of the matter is found liable, she will be charged.
In any matter, when you look at the criminal code does speak to wasting of the police time, where an individual, knowing that the information or circumstances he or she presents before the police in starting investigation against another individual, this individual knows for sure that it's a lie, or they have made up the facts, or they have exaggerated on some facts. If the police is able to gather evidence that could prove that that is what the complainant has done, then yes, on the discretion of the police, the investigator, this person can be charged for wasting the police time.
Ironically, the news comes in the wake of reports that the St. Lucia Police Force will establish a unit to assist sexual abuse victims in light of an unprecedented number of rape cases on the island. There have been a total of 194 reported sexual offenses from January to September 30th, 2015. For the DBS News World, I am Sarah Peter.
Guyanese officials have been in discussions with Mexican officials about the exportation of rice to the Spanish-speaking country. Mac Murray reports.
As government explores new markets to sell rice, Mexico and Guyana could soon reach an agreement that would see shipments of rice being sent to that country. Mexico has signaled its intention to fast-track a paddy deal with Guyana following a meeting with that country's agriculture minister and Guyana's Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu. A statement from the Prime Minister's office also quoted the Mexican minister as saying that he would also seek to encourage the private sector there to enter into contracts with Guyanese millers. The recent loss of the Venezuelan market through an exchange of rice for oil under a Petro-Caribbean arrangement has forced the government to find alternative markets. Just last week, Guyana's Minister of Agriculture, Noel Holder, assured local farmers in the rice industry that all is not lost with the Venezuelan market pullout. Only 30% of Guyana's rice was being exported to Venezuela. He said currently the government is also pursuing the Panama market along with Haiti and the Bahamas. Guyana's rice production in the first half of this year was recorded at over 359,000 tons, representing an increase compared to last year.
And internationally, Romania's Prime Minister Victor Ponta has resigned. Pressure has been piling on Ponta for the last month. The final straw appears to have been last Friday's fire at a nightclub in the capital. Here's more.
Romania's Prime Minister Victor Ponta has resigned. Last month he became the country's first sitting premier to stand trial for corruption over tax fraud. Mass protests following Friday's deadly nightclub fire appear to have been the final straw. Today I am resigning, and this includes, of course, the resignation of the entire Romanian government, he said. I'm doing this because in all the years I've been in politics, I put up resistance during conflict with political adversaries, but I have never fought the people. At least 32 people died in the Bucharest club blaze. Of the 130 still hospitalized, dozens are said to be in a serious or critical condition. Protesters blamed government corruption and poor safety precautions for the death toll, and yesterday called on cabinet members to step down. Following Ponta's resignation, junior coalition partner UNPR announced it would continue to back the ruling Social Democrats. Its support ensures the coalition government will continue to hold a parliamentary majority.
Amazon Books has opened in Seattle. The business will use data to fill its shelves, as books will be selected based on customer ratings. Sarah Duffy reports.
The bookstore is back. Amazon has opened its first physical bookstore in Seattle. The online retailer describes the store as an extension of Amazon.com. And although it is made of bricks and mortar, the company notes this is a store without walls. The business will use its data to fill the shelves. Books will be selected based on customer ratings and pre-orders on the site. This will include bestsellers, of course, but also reads that get the highest ratings online, including little-known titles. Although the space is mainly stocked with paper books, the store will also have an option to test drive Amazon's devices, such as Kindle, Echo, Fire TV, and Fire Tablet. The prices in store will match those online. Amazon Books encourages patrons to stay a while and comes complete with large chairs for relaxed reading, open spaces for browsing, and a kids area. The company chose Seattle for its first physical bookstore because it's close to Amazon's headquarters, and because the city is a top market for readers.
Take a look at the weather. Temperatures today will peak at 83 degrees Fahrenheit with a moderate breeze blowing from the east-northeast at 14 miles per hour. Today's skies are sunny with a slight chance of a passing shower. Tonight will be generally partly cloudy. Seas are slight to moderate with waves 1.5 meters or 5 feet. Sunset today is expected at 5:38 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow will be at 6:11 a.m. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for joining us. I'm Calabarry.